Pac-Pix. Not only is it the best Pac-Man game, nor is it just the best Nintendo DS game. It's simply put, the best game ever made. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. It's barely even about Zelda. Minecraft, sorry, but those graphics are so... 2009. Pong? Well, okay, maybe you got me there.
Pac-Pix was released by Namco on March 10, 2005, and mostly everywhere else throughout the course of that year. So unless you found yourself living in Korea from March 10, 2005 to November 15, 2007, you were able to enjoy Pac-Pix to your heart's content. Now, if you did live in Korea during those times, then we're terribly sorry for your loss, but it's alright, buddy. Hey, I heard Lineage 2 was pretty popular in 2005. Pac-Pix is such a revolutionary game, not only taking advantage of the touchscreen, but also the iconic dual-screen functionality of the DS. And unlike your silly Mario games, the UI is at the top and the gameplay is at the bottom.
You have only one objective. You need to eat all the ghosts on screen, but unlike your regular Pac-Man games, you get to use your stylus to make your own Pac-Man. While their gameplay might seem simple, it's only complemented by the different gestures that you can make. Thanks to the godly power held within the Nintendo DS stylus, I can draw different gestures like this one, and maybe even this one. As you move through the game, you start to unlock different gestures that cleverly utilize drawing with the stylus in different ways, making the gameplay just a tad bit more memorable the further along you go. There's the arrow, a nice tool to stun your opponents and pop the ghost on top of the screen. Then there's the bomb, a good way to blow the whole screen up. Just don't make the bomb too big, because when I did that, as you move through the different chapters, you may encounter different boss fights, which utilize your Pac-Pix skills in such brilliant ways. For example, this boss fight right here involves you using the arrow gesture to pop the boss on top of the screen, and then draw Pac-Man on the bottom to maximize your damage. It's an extremely unique way of utilizing the Nintendo DS's two screens.
One thing to note is this game's length. Each world has around 5 1-minute-ish levels with a total of 12 worlds. While it might seem short to your average non-Pac-Pix player, I can assure you that the game length is completely justified. Having too much of this game would only hinder the precious Pac-Pix experience.
You know, my mama always said life was like a cartridge of Pac-Pix. It ends right before it gets good. Yeah, I'm incredibly depressed.
You good, man?
Throughout the game, different gimmicks pop up that add a bit of challenge to Pac-Pix. Here's this bubble that contains a ghost, and it can only be popped with the arrow gesture. Then there's the box gimmick. This piece of shit turns Pac-Man around whenever he so happens to scrape himself on it. Drawing Pac-Man too big will make it nearly impossible for him to get across. And don't get me started with the location. It's always right in the middle of the screen. How do you expect me to draw Pac-Man if it's in the middle of the screen? I can't treat a ghost if it's in the middle of the screen because he's just gonna turn around if he even so happens to just touch it. Namco, what the fuck are you thinking?
Pac-Pix is a joyous experience that has done wonders for the gaming and economical industry. And if you ever caught yourself wondering why the economic state of North Korea is so terrible now, you know it's because Pac-Pix took 2 years to make it to Korea. Kim Jong-un has never recovered since.